part three of the video for Age of Glory. Last time we left off at the natural law of the market economy, so I'm going to continue. So the economic basis was predominantly agricultural. Textile shops all over the country were doing silk and cotton. There was a center for porcelain in a place called Jingdezhen in Jiangxi province, which is still operating today. Here's an example of an amazing dragon realm from the Qing dynasty. You can see how intricate it is. And here's some examples of, this is a bowl from, this says Zhendezhen, so this is the name of the county where that bowl was produced. The late Qing had many cities with populations over 1 million, so it's pretty huge. The 80% of the population was within a day's journey of a market, so the market economy was very strong. China first used paper money on a wide scale. Here's an example of a 50-cent bill for paper money. And here's an example of a $1 bill used in China. This was in the 1600s. The tax policy pushed marketization and economic growth, and Shanxi banks, Shanxi is a province in China, banks could transfer money over long distances without actually having to physically transfer the currency. And China became the repository for much of the world's silver. The tax revenue, 73.5% was a land tax, 11.9% was a salt tax, and 7.3% was from foreign trade. But the tax burden was not excessive. There were few taxes on manufacturing, wholesale trade, or retail sales. Chinese law was the most advanced at this time. The government took a laissez-faire approach to the economy, and the economy delivered food, clothing, and shelter to a large population. Confucius believed in the importance of moral education and personal cultivation. Benevolence was, this character, Ren, was fundamentally part of social nature. An interesting thing, the left side of this character is the character for man, and the right side is the character for two. So two people interacting in a social context. And the proper actions were right if they were in complete harmony with actions of others. And that's the character E, which stands for righteousness in China. Here's a picture of Confucius. He lived 128 years. Pretty amazing. The Qing continued public exams to recruit for government service. They started large official compilations and employing many scholars. They compiled a thing called the Kangxi Dictionary with over 2.3 million pages. There's a picture of the cover of the Kangxi Dictionary. And this is a little narrative of what's in the Kangxi Dictionary. There are more than 47,000 characters, though some of 40% of them are graphic variants. So there's not very many of those that are used. Fewer than a quarter of the characters are now in common use. I think I'm going to stop there with part 3, and we'll take it up in part 4.